Hello, fellow guardians and people of the internet. Today I'm going to be talking about an idea for a Titan subclass. Now, the name of it would probably be Space Breaker. Okay, so let's talk about what the grenades it'd have. So it'd have two grenades similar to the flashbang, as it would bounce and then blow up. But the first one, the idea behind it would be it would bounce, and then when it blows up, it would teleport the person to the location of the explosion, the very center. So if the person were to throw it off, they'd die. And if they were to get hit with the actual explosion, then they would themselves die. They'll have 3 seconds to live. It'll be called Space Breaker's Curse, and then they'll just die if they end up getting hit by any of their grenades. So it'll blow up, it'll send them to that location. It'll do the same damage as a flashbang, so it's not capable of killing. Now, the second grenade would also be similar to the flashbang. It'd bounce around and all that stuff. But this one is different. Everyone that's hit in the radius will get teleported to the location where the person threw it. So let's say they jumped off the edge, they threw the grenade, and then they jumped back on. Then once the grenade went off, it would send everyone hit with the grenade off the edge, and that would be the main idea. And if the person gets hit with this grenade, they will have 3 seconds to live. Space Breaker's Curse. Now, the third grenade would be similar to the magnetic grenade, as in it'll attach on. And this one, what'll happen is it'll blow up. It won't be capable of killing. It'll do this. It'll just do like half their health in Crucible. In PvE, I have no idea how much damage any of these grenades should do, but the idea is that it'll blow up. It'll switch the places of the thrower and the person that got attached to. But if the grenade attaches to no one, it does not blow up. It just fizzles out and then does nothing. So this one cannot hit. So if the person were to throw it straight at the ground, it could not damage anyone. It would have to attach on physically, and then the two would have their places switched upon impact. So it's not where the thrower threw it; it's just where they are at the exact moment it lands. Now into the jumps. So it'll be lift. There'll be increased height, increased control. And then instead of catapult, it'll have the teleport one. I forgot the name of it. The Warlocks have it, and the Hunters have it. But it'll just teleport them. And then there's super. The idea of this will be similar to Fist of Havoc, but once it activates, it'll just do an orb of explosions. And then it'll do some damage. The same. It's not anywhere close to an instant kill. It'll blow up, and then it'll trap them all in place, perhaps. Well, the 3 upgrades is one. It'll instantly kill all of them. The next could be that it will leave an afterlying effect that'll blow up every 3 seconds, and perhaps if they get hit once, they're just trapped like that. That's it. And then the next. Oh wait, I have a better idea. The idea is that anyone that gets hit in the initial one will be stored in a vault of some kind, and then the person can activate the super again, and it'll be similar to the Warlock super, where it'll shoot out an orb, and then wherever that orb lands, everyone just gets teleported. So if they were to shoot it at a very high building, then everyone would fall at a very long distance, but they'd probably catch themselves. Or if they were to shoot it off the edge, the people would die. And then the upgrades would be, there's an afterlying effect, and it'll teleport anyone from the first one. If they get hit, it'll then teleport them to the location where the Warlock super landed. The next one will be that the super itself will just kill them, and then the Warlock super will do... that both of them just do damage. That's it. But it'll also lock down their movements by 50%. But the idea, if both of them does damage, is if you use both against one person, it'll be capable of killing them. And then the third one would be to have an... Wait, the first one was to have an afterlying effect. The second one is that they just do damage, both of them. And then the third one is that they get... there is no second super, but it'll have an increased range, and then anyone that gets hit will just be stuck there for a certain amount of time. And then the melee, I think the melee should be a dash, so it's like just a dash. Kind of similar to shoulder charge, but it does nowhere close to that damage. It should do half the strength of a regular melee. And then the upgrades would be, one of them would be, if you land it, you can use it again, which can have some chaining. But if it cannot land on the same person more than once every 10 seconds, which will definitely stop it from like just spamming against one person. The next one would be that it will do the full strength of a regular melee. It'll dash and then do the full strength. And then the next would be that you can... that the person you aim at will get teleported to where you were there before. And then it'll just be regular upgrades for these two, the ones that affect your stats. Then for this one, it'll be that you... I don't quite know what these two tiers would end up being. Possibly, this one could be that no Space Breaker's Curse, so that if you hit yourself with your own grenade, you don't die. You might be completely immune to your own grenade, which would be helpful. And then for the second tier, for these two, perhaps the afterlaying effect will last longer. And the third one could be that grenades will lock down the target's movement. No, if they get hit with the super or the grenades, that they cannot jump. And then for these, I'm not quite sure, but if you have an idea, leave it in the comments. I would totally love to see this class become a thing. It could be one of those high skill, high rewards things, but if you throw a crappy grenade, you just end up dead. And a lot of things where aim will matter. It'll be actually sufficiently difficult to land. Well, this has been it with Static Hero. Remember to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And remember to have a good day and good luck in your future fights.